Yeah, tough one. We've, as Maddie said in the dressing room, playing a little bit with fire lately, and it's too good a league to not put in a full 60 minutes and expect to get wins. And we've been fortunate, a lot of regards, pulling out wins lately without putting in a full 60. But tonight it bit us, and it was just too little, too late.
Where did this one kind of get away from you in your eyes here tonight?
Start of the second half, I think. We were coming out of the half down one. Um, and we look at the goals that beat us in the first half. It was a lot of transition special team stuff. So defensively, we weren't feeling too bad, and they just ran us and ran us and ran us and ran us, and we couldn't keep up. And they built a big lead. We chipped away at it. We didn't quit, but like I said, it's too little, too late. Like it's NLL's too good. Del Bianco's too good between the pipes to spot them a 5-goal lead in the second half and expect to make it up.
Unfortunately, your return kind of got spoiled. But how is it back here to be with this group and compete after a long road of recovery?
Yeah, like this is lacrosse means a lot to me. Playing and being a part of a team means like everything to me. So it felt great to be out there. Not the result I was looking for. Wish my play was a little better, but just happy to be back out there. It's what I love to do, and hopefully can continue doing it for the Toronto Rock for a lot longer and bring a championship here.
And then last but not least, Corey Small kind of willed you guys. What did you see from him tonight?
Yeah, man, the guy's a Hall of Famer. He's unreal. Like he just he's the best shooter in the world. That's all there is to it, and it's incredible because I just said you spot the other team 5 goals against outside of the guy in our own room, probably the best goalie in this league, right? Him or Wardo. So we do that, and we still got a chance because 15's out there letting it fly, right? So yeah, he's a good roomie.
I feel like things are just kind of overall off a bit tonight. Can that be expected over the course of the season?
Yeah, I think you have your ebbs and flows. I like, to be honest, I haven't been out there with the guys, right? But it's felt like that through a lot of this season. I can't off the top of my head think of too many games where it was clean at both ends of the floor and in transition, both ways, reverse transition, for an entire game. Like we just really haven't found our groove. We've been getting wins and we've been beating teams, but like I think there's still so much potential for this team, and we're not hitting it. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if it's a lack of preparation on our end, or we're still working out some chemistry. But whatever it is, like this team's not playing up to their potential.
And given your record, if you just clean up a few things, does it give you that much more confidence that if you clean those things up, then
Yeah, like I mean, listen, you could pull anybody in the league. I think they're going to look at our roster and say that's a talented roster. I think most teams have respect for their, the type of guys we have in the room and the caliber of players we have in the room. So it's just about putting it together.
The New York, you guys got New York next week in Montreal. They've been rolling too. How do you turn the page and focus on them?
That's all you can do, right? Immediately, just it's the same thing. Tuesday, we're going to go over what we could have improved on out here, and break it down, and we get a little bit better and bring more energy to a Tuesday practice. But I think, it's, what is it, dropped 2 of our last 3 now. It should be a kick in the butt. And listen, we've, guys were battling illness last week, and we were a little short-staffed at practice. So not trying to make excuses, but I think this may be a bit of a wake-up call for us. And I think New York's a great opponent because you said it, like, in terms of, their place in the stands, they're sitting middle of the pack. But if you look at what they've done the last 5 or 6 weeks, they've been rolling. So we're going to have our hands full. It's a team that's starting to put it together, and that's what we have to do.
Yeah, I think, we've had a few games this year where we've come out slow, and we've been able to kind of battle back and pull out wins. And it was really just a matter of time before one of those came back to bite us. And, good on us for not quitting, but you can't put yourself in a hole night in, night out and expect to win games.
It seemed like their transition game just killed you guys tonight. What would you attribute their success there and their guys' lack of success?
Yeah, it's a tough situation, right? Like, they kind of live and die by the transition on defense. They got guys that kind of cheat early to get up the floor, and as an offensive player, it opens up opportunities for you to shoot the ball, but at the same time, you got to be defensively responsible. And as an offensive group, that loss comes down to us. Defensively, 5-on-5. As they've been all year, we've been incredible, and giving up 5 or 6 transition goals isn't going to cut it. Doesn't matter how many we put up front. It just negates what we've done.
You got some reinforcements last week, Tom and TD back, and tonight you had Chris Corbeil back. What did you see from him in his return to the lineup?
Just what I expected, right? He's just a steady presence on defense and very intelligent on the floor, very intelligent communicating with his teammates back on defense. And, obviously he's has to shake off a little rust, but he looked good. And, if he can play like that in his first game back, I'll be pretty excited to see how this season progresses for him.
You were one of the few guys who had things going offensively tonight. What was the key to your game? What was working for you?
I don't know. I mean, individual successes in a game like this don't really mean a whole lot coming into a loss. But, I was obviously hitting shots and coach kept giving me the ball. So just kept shooting, finding spots on him. But he played solid. I mean, he made some big saves on us, and would have been nice to cash that one off the post there late in the fourth. But I think for me, teammates do a great job getting me the ball when my stick's hot and getting me open. So a lot of times I'm just the guy that gets to cash it in.
Who do you think needs to get cleaned up right now to kind of get back on a roll?
It's we're right on the edge. Like, we're playing really, really solid. Like, you see at the fourth quarter how we can turn on the urgency and kind of take over a game. We got to find a way to come out to start a game like that, because when we're playing at that level, no team can really compete with us. And I think it's more of an offensive thing. Our defense has been solid all year. Rosie's been the best goaltender in the league. They're not scoring many 5-on-5 goals, but as an offensive group, 1 goal in the first quarter, 2 goals in the first quarter isn't good enough.
Before you had that urgency, though, it seemed like Christian was playing like the MVP was last year.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Like, those are 2 of the best goalies in the league, and Del Bianco's a fantastic goalie. He's one of those guys too, where you got to be smart with how you shoot the ball, because if anything's near his stick, it's up out of the floor quickly, and he's hitting guys in transition. And there's a few of those tonight where maybe our shot selection wasn't good, or maybe our placement wasn't good, and it turns into a transition opportunity the other way. And that's one of the things that makes him such a good goalie, is not only can he stop the ball, but he's a great feeder too.
Next weekend, it doesn't get any easier. The Riptide have started to find their rhythm. Excited to go against Montreal and play them?
Yeah. Like, every game's going to be tough, and like you said, they've been on a bit of a roll, and they've got arguably the best player in the league on offense. So, we got to find a way to come out early and put some goals in up front. And we know our defense is going to do the job they've done all year. It's on us as an offense to come out and get started right when the whistle goes.